You know, in the 1980s, only men used to wear earrings. Yes, and it wasn't just anyone. Yes, not just anyone. Wealthy men specifically. Yes, so if you are a wealthy man, you will not be allowed. It is until recently, like in the 18th century, they about where things changed, and now ladies wear earring. That's even now when you're a man or a guy and you wear earring, you are chastised in society and you looks like you're a bad guy and all that. You too, what's up? You're the one personality channel as well. Real grooming. Today I'm introducing something interesting on the channel. It's a new kind of content. It's called Tidbits. So this Tidbits is going to revolve around personality, attitude, traits, character like fashion, everything personality. And they are going to be about common things around us, yes, you've not paid attention to. Kindly hit the subscribe button and stay tuned if you are new as I'm walking through. You know that the color red can increase your attractiveness to others. Studies show that the color red is associated with increased attention and perceived attractiveness. Those born in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s can associate. They can, in fact, they can relate. There's this common popular song, "The Lady in Red." I don't know if I'm singing it right, but there's a song like that, and I think I can relate to this. There's this special lady friend I have, and yeah, the first day I saw her, she was in a red dress. I'm sure when she's watching this video, she will remember. Some good memories coming from there. So henceforth, if you have a program to attend, like a wedding, a birthday party, any special event you want to attend, especially the single ladies and guys, and you want to be noticed, you want to gain attention, you want to look attractive, I think you should put on the color red. I don't think you should put on the color red because that's the only color that increase your attraction. So yeah, especially me these days, I think I have to be wearing red because when you're single like that, you need attention, you need to look more attractive to attract what you want. You too, you know that the way you dress can influence your problem solving skills and your abstract thinking. Okay, so let me take you to this. When you dress formal or you are dressed in a formal way, you look very smart and you feel smart yourself. So when there's a problem or there's any special way of you can express yourself and help people out with their problems, you can do that comfortably with some extra strength. Think of this: the days you wear formal dresses or the days you put on suits, especially the guys, you feel different, you feel so confident, you feel so special. That is the trick. So by the way, when you are more dressed in a casual way, you are relaxed and you feel like, oh, today, that's why we call it a casual way. Like it's a relaxed mood where you're going out. But when you're going to the office, they want you to wear form because just how you dress alone can influence how well you can solve a problem. So maybe it doesn't mean when you're having issues with your girlfriend, go and wear suits and be addressing the problem. No, it's it can also work like that. That's not what I'm talking about here. I just want you to know that the way you dress affects your ability to think and to solve problems. So another perfect example is you realize that when a lady is going for an interview or going for any special discussion, meeting, and then she goes not dressed formal, sorry, or dressed half exposed, instead of her to be focused on answering the questions or thinking smart, she would rather be focused on her half exposed breast or her thighs, and then she'll be pushing down her dresses and all that. Meanwhile, if she had dressed in a formal, normal way, she wouldn't have wasted time thinking about how well she's dressed or getting her dress in place other than being half exposed and all that. So that tells you that how well you dress helps you to think smart because you are even distracted by the dresses you are wearing. So you can't even think as smart as. Why do you think nurses are advised to dress in a certain way? People with the medical help, because a patient is coming to the hospital, the patient is not home. Instead of you to, or maybe a doctor, you're a nurse, or working with a doctor. Sorry, you are half exposed. This doctor is supposed to be operating on someone, but because you are half exposed or your breast is showing or something, the doctor, instead of cutting this part of the body, may end up cutting the other side because you are distracting him. You understand? So he can't even, it will even affect how others work effectively. And then the guys as well. When you're not well dressed, during presentation, this goes to both guys and ladies. During presentations, you realize that lecturers will ask you to dress formal. Why? Because they want you to find it easy reading your script, what you have learned, or what you have sat down to discuss, to come and tell him. They want you to read it confidently, and they want you to be able to express yourself as a confident and as a bold person, not just a normal person. So they don't want you to wear casual. When you wear casual, your confidence decreases, and that you can't really express yourself the way you are supposed to. This is why you should dress well all the time. So 4, did you know your eye movements can reveal your interests and intentions? Think about this. So you went to Kweku's house, and Kweku representing your boyfriend or a guy. So no, let's not talk about boyfriends. You went to your boyfriend's house, and then before you had your first kiss, he was just looking at you, smiling, looking at your lips. What was the next thing he did? To prove to you, this is just to prove to you that yes, indeed, when people look at something directly, it reveals their intentions and interests. So you can read meanings into it. But then this advice is for you, the ladies. You go to his house, he's not your boyfriend. Oh, come and visit me. You are sitting, you are half exposed, like your thighs, and then he's looking at your thighs. You should start reading. He's looking at your lips. It means you have to start running. It means he would like to grab. I wouldn't say much. It's left for you to conclude. When you get to see that, don't wait for him to start and go home and say he abused you sexually, he touched you, he didn't respect his boundaries and what. I've told you, you've learned it. So now, if you go and then you allow it to happen, I think the guys can take you to court because I've taught you this. And 5, did you also know that your body language reveals your personality traits? For example, people who mostly cross their arms are more likely to be closed off. Yes, and also they are resilient to new ideas. They don't like to listen to people when they tell them, oh, this, like they don't know something, or they like to have the mindset they have. Like they wouldn't change, they wouldn't take what you have. And these people, they are mostly like this. So you can say most of the friends you have, the guys, the ladies, when you're talking to them, they are like this, like randomly most of the times. Because they don't take ideas. Those people, they are even closed up. They don't open up to people like let's make friends so much. They are just closed up. They like to stay in their corner, just themselves. And then also, they don't take advice. Not just their advice, but when you're teaching them something new, they like to keep what they have. They don't like to take new things, and like they don't allow people to easily influence them. Good, let me see that. So henceforth, pay attention to your friends around you. Those when you talk, they are like they all can. Maybe a man is some idea, maybe they read all that. Sure. So I think when you're going for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I think you should take your time these days. If she mostly does this, that means when she takes certain decisions, you can't change them. Yes, you are breaking relationships. Do you know that the color of the dress you wear influences your mood? You've never paid attention. But yes, for example, wearing a yellow dress influences optimism and happiness. You can feel more happier when you're wearing a yellow dress. You've not paid attention. From today, you should pay attention to it. But I think this is a perfect example. Did you know why Rema said, I see it is fine girl for my party, she wear yellow? I don't know if I'm saying it right. But he said that because if only, I'm hoping one day I'll have the chance to interview Rema, and then I'll ask him why he said that and how girls wearing yellow get him, enticed to do more. So henceforth, you should be wearing. I'll come up with other colors of dresses that I've given you red and I've given you yellow. But then for the yellow, it makes you feel happy yourself and it makes you become optimistic. That means positive vibes all throughout the day. If you are going to meet your crush, wear a yellow dress. Or if you want this boy to also like you, aside the red dress, you wear the yellow to make you feel happy that today things should go well. In the 1980s, only men used to wear earrings. Yes, and it wasn't just anyone. Yes, not just anyone. Wealthy men specifically. Yes, so if you are not a wealthy man, you will not be allowed. It is until recently, like in the 18th century, there about where things changed, and now ladies wear earrings. That's even now when you're a man or a guy and you wear earring, you are chastised in society and it looks like you're a bad guy and all that. Back then, it's the Dangotes, the Despites, myself. We were the ones who used to wear earring. YouTube, I've come to the end of today's video. Kindly hit the subscribe button if you are new and tap on the notification bell to receive notification anytime we upload tidbits around the world. I'm out.